Hello, everyone, and welcome to the High School Poster Expo virtual orientation. I'm Caitlin Beisch, Content and Student Engagement Manager, here with Joanna Siddiqui, our Program Manager. If you want to say hello, Joanna, you can.
Hi, everyone. We're so looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, and then we have Michelle Schiappa. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Michelle. Just in the background, just here to help in any way. So we can go ahead and get started. We will run through a quick presentation, and then we will take any Q&As that you may have at the end. So So your Saturday will look like the High School Poster Expo begins at 10 a.m. and will last until 12 p.m. in the exhibit hall. Prior to that, registration will open at 8 a.m. in the level 300 foyer in the Baltimore Convention Center. So you are welcome to get here as early as you can to kind of explore the convention center, get the lay of the land, and anything else you may want to check out before the High School Poster Expo begins. Um, Also, there will be on-site office hours with me just in case you run into any issues with picking up your poster or if you're running late or anything like that. So that will be in room 334 from 9:30 to 10 a.m. So getting into the poster sizes and materials. So you have three options for your poster sizes: 24 by 48 vertical, 48 by 24 horizontal, and 96 by 48 horizontal only. All posters should lay flat when unrolled and completely fill within an affixated 4 feet tall by 8 feet wide cork display board. We do recommend your poster be printed horizontally for optimal viewing, and push pins will be available at each board for you to set up. Additionally, displaying your actual research findings on a piece of thin cardboard or regular paper with the text, photos, and graphics, or copies of PowerPoint slides on that poster is the most recommended. Overlapping papers and individual posters will not be allowed. Three-dimensional items are also not allowed. And also, due to space restrictions, we cannot provide tables for any additional displays. So just keep that in mind when you are bringing your materials to set up for your presentation. So for your poster printing services, all of you should have received a link from AGS to print your posters. That deadline has now passed, so no one can place any new orders. But for those of you who did place your orders, AGS will be managing printing and shipping the posters to the convention center. And so that Saturday morning, you'll be able to pick up your printed poster at the AGS Expo services in the Expo hall prior to the Expo beginning. If you chose to not go with AGS printing services, you are responsible for ordering and transporting your poster on site. There is a FedEx near the Baltimore Convention Center, so please feel free to place your orders at FedEx, and try and pick it up at the closest area or closest to your hotel. So I'll leave this on the screen for anyone who wants that information for just a second. And for the presentation day, you will have 1 hour before the poster session to set up your posters and again get the lay of the land. There will be volunteers at those aisles to kind of help you find your poster number and where you'll be setting up. For those of you who have multiple presenting authors, just note that there is only one person permitted to stand and present at your poster at one time. So it is up to you and your other presenting authors to decide how you're going to schedule that. If someone's going to be 10 to 11 a.m. or 11 to 12, it's up to your discretion and your group's decision. So post show, please be sure to remove your poster from the floor when the session ends. If you do not, our volunteers will sweep the floor and discard of any of the remaining posters. So if you would like to keep your posters, please be sure to grab those before heading off to your sessions. So for poster content, since we did submissions a little bit differently this year, I wanted to kind of go over this. So your poster should include a title, introduction, materials and method, results and discussions, conclusions, acknowledgments, references, which are both optional, and your figures. So when you submitted your abstracts, you were allowed to include your title and fill in sections like the conclusion with what was completed at the time of your submission. So be sure to add those final research findings to your poster before sending it to be printed. And also just in general, be sure to just check out that content and make sure there's no typos or anything like that. So all of the content looks nice and fresh for the day of the presentation. We also have a couple of recommendations for your poster design. For layout, just make sure your sections are clearly defined and have a logical flow to it to make it easier on people who are kind of coming through those rows and taking a look. For your visuals, make sure you have high quality images, graphics, and charts, and make sure they are relevant. For font size, we recommend 12 point Times New Roman. So that for that readability, and again, for those people who are kind of browsing up and down the aisles, kind of seeing which poster they want to lock into and kind of talk to you more about, definitely make sure it's easy to read for those viewers. The color scheme, use contrasting colors for readability and avoid overly bright and clashing colors. So for example, don't use a yellow font or yellow color on your poster because that will definitely be difficult to read, especially with those exhibit hall overhead lights. Again, and then also bullet points. Use bullet points for clarity and conciseness. We know you're trying to fit a lot of content onto that poster, so definitely be sure to try and use bullet points to kind of make your point quickly, and so that way everyone can kind of take a look at your poster and get a good idea of what they're looking at very easily. So for the day of your presentation and for actually presenting during the session, we recommend preparing a summary to introduce the project for people who are coming by. Definitely anticipate questions and prepare your responses. The way I'd recommend kind of doing this is practicing with teachers, with fellow peers, with your parents, and see kind of what questions come up for them that they may need some clarity on. And just practicing in general will definitely help ensure a smooth delivery on the day of. Also, definitely be prepared to receive feedback and suggestions as well. This is a great opportunity to talk to people in the industry and kind of get their ideas and get new ideas on new research that you can look into. So we would definitely prepare for feedback. Also, for the dress code, wear professional or business casual attire. Definitely be sure to wear comfortable shoes since you will be standing for those 2 hours. And also just walking around the convention center as well. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable so that way you present all of your research in a great way. And then after the high school poster expo, definitely remember to network with your peers. It's definitely key in making lasting connections and enhancing your experience at the meeting. Um, a lot of you are in the same boat if you haven't presented at the annual meeting before, so definitely lean on the people around you in your poster aisle to kind of exchange ideas and insights. And you never know, you might get some new ideas from some of your fellow peers. And additionally, be sure to download our mobile app to effortlessly explore and select sessions you'd like to attend after you present. So that is pretty much it. I will leave this QR code on the screen for a bit for anyone who wants to scan it. But if you have any questions, we are open to a Q&A at this point. So we'll just wait for those to kind of come in a bit.
Caitlin, I've actually been answering some of the Q&A directly in the chat Q&A box,
Thank you.
but
I
I
appreciate
can say aloud. Some people asked about the poster size being a different size than the three that we mentioned. So yes, the answer is as long as it fits on the 4 foot by 8 foot poster board, you can have a different size.
Mhm. Yep, and I see, will we be able to see any university presentations on Saturday to connect with them as well? So once your presentation is done, you are more than welcome to go explore any of the other posters, the sessions, anything else that's going on. That is completely up to you and what you'd like to do during the or after your meeting, actually, after your presentation. So I see how will our work be judged and where can we learn about our judges. So this year is different from last year. Last year it was a competition style, but we wanted to be able to give more students the opportunity to present their findings. So this year you will not be judged. There will not be any sort of like scoring this year. This will simply be just you showing your posters, and there will be people walking the exhibit hall, including people in the industry, including university students, and then even some high school students as well. So it'll be more about interacting and kind of networking this year. Are both cloth and paper posters okay? I would say so. Just so long as it fits with on that board, and it's not, a three-dimensional, it's not coming off the poster. I think there are two competing high school categories, the poster presentation finalists and the memorable mention category. Are the presentations the same for both categories? I went last year and saw a judge. So again, it's actually not a competition style anymore. It is simply just a high school poster expo. So you'll have the opportunity to network with other students, with industry professionals, with professors, etc. How many slides should be on our poster board? That is up to your discretion. The what I was mentioning with PowerPoint slides, it just may be easier for those of you who are putting your posters together by like taping or gluing the each section onto the poster. So it's really up to your discretion and how you choose to style it. Joanna, it looks like you are typing an answer for that top question.
No, but I can
Oh,
answer it. I sorry, I
okay.
was going to type an answer, but
No, no worries.
for the posters, it's a poster presentation. It is not a podium talk. So you will stand in front of your poster and present your poster.
Will there be a competition aspect? There will not be a competition aspect this year. Are we timed? So the timing is just 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on that Saturday. You won't be timed for the brief summary you're giving someone who is coming by. I would say be mindful of time for those people that you are speaking to. Um, However, you will not be timed. Do we have an assigned hall, Joanna?
So the hall is called EFG. It's one big open hall. And when you walk in the hall, the High School Poster Expo will be on the right, and you will see signs directing you to the High School Poster Expo.
Can we cancel our poster orders from the link provided to us?
No. Yeah,
Where
all
can we
orders are final and they've already been printed and shipped.
where can we see all of the other abstracts online? So in the app, you'll be able to see also on bmes.org. If you go under programs and agendas, our full schedule is now live, so you can see what to expect on the day of.
I just put the link in the Q&A for the
Perfect.
presentations.
Thank you. Is there a place we can go to see all attendees' information? I believe you may be referring to the presentations. And again, that's on the mobile app and then bmes.org program and agenda. And then there's a big link that you can click.
So there's also a place in the app that says people. It's a people icon. And if people decide to share their information as an app user, then or a speaker, then you can browse them. So all speakers are listed, but all app users that opt in to do that can do that. And you can also do that as well.
If my family is coming to the BMES meeting, what sorts of events can they attend? Are they also allowed to be at the poster expo? When will we have time to view other posters? So, the family that is coming, I believe you're referring to your chaperone. Your chaperone should remain with you at all times. So they would just need to be with you at the events that you plan to attend. Um, they are allowed to be at the poster expo, and you will have time to view other posters post expo. So after that 12 p.m. Time is done, you are welcome to go ahead and look at other posters and attend other sessions. Is food allowed in the exhibit hall?
Yes. So if you want to bring lunch with you, you can definitely bring lunch or something with you. There's also concessions that will be open in the back of the hall that you can purchase a beverage. We do have a refreshment break on Saturday as well. So you're open to enjoy refreshments sponsored by our gold sponsors.
The dress code. There isn't necessarily a dress code. We would say keep it professional to business casual. And like I had mentioned as well, make sure to wear comfortable shoes since you will be standing for the entirety of your poster presentation. Will there be guests allowed to come in and look at presentations other than university students, industry, and other students? Yes. If you're referring to, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by guests, but anyone who's registered for the conference is free to come look at the posters. So I believe that answered your question. If it did not, feel free to add another question clarifying. There was an issue on my account with my presentation data, and I was emailed that it was resolved, but it still shows the same issue. I'd
Look
say
into
if
that and get back to her.
Yes, I was gonna say if you could reach out to the student affairs email with details on this, and I will take a look and we will get that handled. Thank you. How many students were selected and how many applied to this high school contest? So we had, and I'm the number off the top of my head, right? 160 students accepted, correct,
Mhm.
Joanna? 160 students were accepted, and we accepted n nearly everyone that applied, under with the themes of biomedical engineering. So that was sort of the main rule that we had in place for this year.
So if you submitted something that was non-BME, you were not accepted.
Can parents and family who are registered as chaperones attend the poster expo? Yes, they can. Does our chaperone stand with us? Yeah, yes, they will. They're welcome to kind of go and browse the exhibit hall as well, because we don't expect them to be on top of you at all times. However, the expectation is, especially if you are under 18, that you have a chaperone with you. Will we have time to visit our peers' posters? So we wouldn't recommend you leaving your posters, alone. So what I'd say is for those of you who do plan to come to uh the conference early, and p as people are setting up, kind of browse that way because you never know who's going to be walking by your poster, and if you're not there to interact, then it's sort of a missed networking opportunity. Is there a limit of the amount of figures? No, but just be mindful of your space on your poster. So that way, you using a lot of figures at times can kind of take away from the content aspect of your poster. So I'd say, just be mindful of that. Is there a verbal presentation accompanied with the poster presentations? So the verbal presentation would just be you presenting your poster. Um, so in a way, it is accompanied. Do we have assigned poster stands? Yes, you do. So you should have received your poster number in your email, roughly maybe a week or two ago. So definitely look at that and have that prepared for when you arrive to the exhibit hall, so people can help navigate you. how many people are presenting at the expo. We have 160 people who are attending the ex or who are set to attend the expo. So that is our rough estimate. Of course, people things happen where people are unable to attend, but that is the expectation. We bring our own already printed posters. Yes, you can. That was an option. You did not have to go through AGS. Just be sure to properly transport it so that way it doesn't get messed up in transit. Also, just to confirm, should the chaperone be with you at the poster board while you are presenting? They don't have to be with you at all times during the presentation, but they do need to be in your vicinity in some sort of way. So if they are exploring the exhibit hall, they do not have to be standing at the poster with you the entire time, as this is kind of your moment to network as a professional. Will our chaperones need to be with us? Okay, I answered that. Do you recommend any specific events in the BMES schedule to meet other high schoolers? I mean, I think the expo is like a big one for the high schoolers because, like I said, all of you are in the same boat. Some of you may even be new to presenting. So I definitely recommend interacting with people around you, especially, and then just arriving to the conference early to kind of connect with other high schoolers that maybe aren't in your aisle or in your direct vicinity.
I also have one session. There's a session undergraduate research opportunities with NIH. It's actually right after the High School Poster Expo. It's in room 346 from 12:30 to 2. That is presented by NIH as a special session. I would suggest that if you want to go to a session, that's a really good one to be able to go to.
Thank you, Joanna.
You're welcome.
Is there any way to confirm if our poster will be printed by the link sent out? I ordered my poster and I just wanted to check if the order went through.
Yeah, hold on. I will get, while you're answering the other questions, leave that one up and I'll put the email for that.
Perfect. Okay. Can non-chaperone family attend? They can, but you will have to reach out to us regarding those details. Only chaperone can come see the poster or siblings can come. So that anyone who is a non-chaperone will also need to register for the event. So if you do have someone who would only come for that single session and just want to come and see your poster, please email the studentaffairs@bmes.org email. I was informed that we are allowed to attend the networking event on Friday evening. Is this true? If not, can we go to other sessions other than the High School Poster Expo? Joanna, would you mind taking this?
Sure. So I was going to say we can follow up and find out if you are able to attend that event. Michelle, would you happen to know if they can attend?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so Friday BMES appreciation event. They were wondering if that's included in their high school poster admission.
I would say I believe so, but I think that we might need to just check and circle back just to
Okay.
confirm that.
We will confirm that. And when Caitlin follows up with the deck that she just presented, we'll be sure to include that information there.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. What about if they aren't registered with the conference? Can they still come see the posters? Anyone who will be attending the conference needs to register. So if you have someone who is only looking to attend the poster session, please email studentaffairs@bmes.org and we will get that taken care of and give you further instructions.
Yep, we have registration for family, parent. You're allowed to bring up to 2 family guests with you for a discounted rate.
Are we allowed to just walk into any of the other events or do we need a pass? Um, on Saturday, you are welcome to go to any of the sessions or events. Some of those, just be mindful of some of the events are ticketed events. So those type of events you're not able to just walk in and attend.
On
But
Saturday,
most
there are no ticketed events,
Oh,
Caitlin.
perfect. Thank you.
No worries.
Um, so yes, you will be able to walk into any event. Is there any way I could be positions next to my peers? Our research is similar and leads into each other, and we are both co-authors. So all poster selections are already finalized. So the number you receive is the number you will get. And there is no switching. If a chaperone, but additional family members who are willing to explore the conference who is not registered, would they still need to register and pay? If so, is the registration still open? And where can we register? So if you have additional family members who would like to attend, please again reach out to studentaffairs@bmes.org. Can you repeat the room number? The room number for the I'm sorry, I'm pulling it back up. The room number for the office hours is 334.
And the exhibit hall is EFG. It's on level 100. So when you walk in the entrance of the exhibit hall, you'll go, if you walk in the main entrance, it's below you down the escalator to the exhibit floor where the poster expo is. Or you walk from the second floor, which is where registration is, you walk downstairs as well.
Are we allowed to join other sessions? Yes, you are more than welcome to go to any other sessions on the day of. I'm having trouble logging into the app, the username my email, or a separate username.
The username is your email address, and you have a pass key that you will be getting with the app email. So you'll have to wait for that information for the passcode.
If we didn't put an order in for the poster, do we need to print it independently? Yes. If you did not print your poster through AGS, you need to be sure to print your poster independently, whether it's through FedEx, Office Depot, and any other printing service available in Baltimore, or if you are printing it and then traveling with it, just be sure that you are responsible for printing and transporting it to the expo. How can we find out the poster board that was assigned to me? The poster, I believe you're referring to the poster number. That should have came to your email from what I understand was the abstracts email,
Mhm.
correct? Yep, it came from abstracts@bmes.org, so I would recommend searching your email. And if for whatever reason you can't find it, check the junk. And then if not, feel free to email studentaffairs@bmes.org and we will get that resent to you. Can you show the QR code again? Yes, I can. Here, let me reshare. Okay, here, let me share my screen one more time. Okay, and I'll just leave that up while we answer the other questions. It would be great if we could a list of events and sessions we have access to on Thursday and Friday. So you can look at any of the sessions that you would like to attend on within the app and also on bmes.org/programs and agendas.
Yep, and I will just add the only events that you cannot go to. If you look at the schedule at a glance, if anything says ticketed event, those are the ones that you need an additional ticket. You will not be able to go to those because all the ticketed events are sold out right now. So you won't have any problems getting into everything else though.
I didn't receive an email with my poster number. Is there a way for me to find it? So I'd search in your email that you used to submit, look for abstracts@bmes.org. And if you're still having issues finding it, and it's not in your junk mail, then just email us, and we will get you your
Caitlin,
poster
what we could
number.
do is resend it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll resend the poster numbers after this call. Can I attend the BMES lectures that are non-ticketed on Thursday and Friday? Yes. I I haven't gotten an email. Okay, we will resend those poster numbers? Are we allowed to come to the conference early on Thursday and Friday to look at other sessions? Yes. What time should we get there? That is up to your discretion of how early you would like to get there. If you want to arrive at 9:30, you can arrive at 9:30. If you want to arrive at 8, you can arrive at 8. The registration opens at 8 a.m. Are we allowed to only attend sessions that are on Saturday? Yes, you are allowed to attend the Saturday sessions.
But they can attend Thursday and Friday as well.
Let's see. Can my chaperone and I pick up our badges on Thursday? Yes, you can. Is the poster number the submission ID? No, it is not. Like I said, we will resend all of those details. When do we get our access key?
We are going to send out the app email early next week. So you will receive your app key there.
And then that looks like that is the last of our questions. If you have any questions, I'd recommend adding them into the chat within the next minute or so. But if those are all the questions that we have for now, then I think we can wrap up. If you have any questions prior to the event, please email studentaffairs@bmes.org. I will be sending out this deck and this recording to everyone, including those who were unable to attend, and also those of you who are attending at the moment. So if you need to look back at something, you can have it. Sorry, could you repeat when we should be there? I didn't hear it. It is up to your discretion of when you should arrive or when you plan to leave. Registration opens at 8 a.m. on Saturday. So if you are planning to only attend on Saturday, then I'd recommend arriving at 8 a.m. so that way you have more than enough time to get the lay of the land. And if you need to stop by that on-site office hours room, then you are more than welcome to. But again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email studentaffairs@bmes.org. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you in Baltimore. So I hope you all are excited. I know our team is. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks.